Hey, welcome to the conversation that's as diverse as the dogs that we adore. This is Gundogs and Guard Dogs, ultimate podcast dedicated to talking sense about dogs with Les Graham and Ross McCarthy. They work with all breeds of dog, but one specialises in gun dogs and the other prefers guard dogs. No flashy trends or social media hype here, just tried and true knowledge that stands the test of time. They bring you valuable insights and honest conversations about the social predator you share your home with. So here we go. About 45 minutes of gun dogs, guard dogs, good dogs, some maybe not so good dogs, and a dash of gossip.
Hello, how you doing?
Beginning of December.
My nose is quite red because I've been out and about and I'm all hot.
I know. I wasn't going to call you Rudolph.
Freezing cold hands. Sorry?
I wasn't going to call you Rudolph, but seeing as you brought it up.
Oh, good, because you look very tropical, actually. Look, you look like you've been out in the sun.
Oh, do I? It's probably windburn. Yeah, windburn more likely, I think.
My poor nose has never recovered, actually, off wearing masks all the time.
Oh, did you wear masks a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to wear masks up here for much, much longer than you did in England.
Yeah, we had funny periods, didn't we, where we didn't have to wear one at all, and then we did, and then it was optional. And
yeah, Boris was trying to kill everyone, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So that was a bit topical, wasn't it?
Well, some people still wear masks around here. Do they out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do in Tesco's and stuff.
Yeah, some people do. I don't.
No, I don't. I mean, I went for a session. I had Bowen. And I had to wear a mask, and he put my face down. I got off, my face was raw off it, and it's like, not doing this again.
Oh dear, that sounds like something.
My nose never recovered off being rubbed to bits off the mask.
No, that sounds like some I don't know what sexual misadventure.
Ooh. Moving swiftly on. Moving swiftly on.
Moving on.
Getting ready for Christmas. Look, I'm not quite there yet. I've only got my earrings in.
Oh, lovely. What is that, Christmas puddings you've got dangling?
I've got dangly Christmas puddings.
That's good. Have you been doing lots of lunches and things with people getting ready for the countdown?
Lunch. Not yet.
No.
Not yet. We've got I think it's tomorrow, actually. That's not really organised, isn't it? On the 9th. Yeah, the 9th of December, we've got the dog training Christmas lunch, which will be lovely.
That's nice. No, I like it. I like this time of year, really, for lunches and things like that. The little wind down.
Yeah. The garden centres are they've been at it since the beginning of November with the Christmas deckies. But, some of it's obscene. I mean, £15 for a bauble for the tree, and you just think, really? That's
mad, isn't it?
So, we were looking, I went with my friend the other day, and we went for a coffee, and we were having a walk around, and you can get these nutcrackers, like full-size, human-size nutcracker. Do you know the drummer, nutcracker drummer?
Yeah.
£1,200 holding a tray for you to put your beer on or champagne on or glasses on or whatever on the day, and they had like two side by side, and you think, this kid's starving. You know, we're talking like kids are living locally in extreme poverty, and you're standing here selling these really crass gold sprayed nutcrackers for £1,200, or buy two for 2,000.
Blimey.
You know, it's obscene. It is obscene.
Well,
and you look at it, and I was walking around. I mean, I normally love looking at Christmas deckies, and I was just thinking, this is really disgusting. We've got people living on the streets in extreme weather conditions, and you're selling, like, you can get a gold lame peacock to adorn your Christmas table, and it costs you like £600.
Yeah.
What the, you know?
I know, but I
That's
suppose
why I feel like Scrooge, and I love Christmas and I love all of this stuff, but I just thought we need to be looking after people and not spending 1,200 quid on a gold sprayed blooming nutcracker who's going to hold a tray for you, you know?
no. I mean, this year for Christmas, I think it's hard I think it's really difficult. I mean, Christmas can be a very difficult period of time anyway, can't it, for everybody for various reasons. But I think this year with cost of living and stuff, not only is it just a very difficult time for, to buy things and whatever, but equally the expectations that, kids have and people have of other people, it puts you in a very difficult position that you have to buy people gifts and spend money that you haven't got, doesn't it, to have this festive season. And then come January, you're like, Jesus, didn't have any money before Christmas. Now, got literally nothing. It's really difficult. I mean, we are, for the last few years, actually, being a bit Scrooge-like, I suppose. But actually, I don't really, and in consultation with everybody, you know what I mean? In consultation with my parents and whatever, just like, let's not do presents. Because what really do you need? Either you spend a lot of money on a lot of crap that people just put in a drawer or whatever, give away to someone at, for some charity event or something. You either buy a load of rubbish or you buy something decent that they want. But it's a lot of money. And most of the time, people throughout the year these days, if you want something, you buy it, don't you? If you want to buy a new pair of gloves, you go and get yourself a new pair of gloves. You want to, new whatever, then you go and buy it. So to me, it just seems silly spending money for the sake of spending money. Even like cards. I used to really like cards, and I used to think, if you're not spending money on presents, send a card. But they're so expensive, and the stamps are so expensive. So it's kind of like, what, just for like a day or 2 days. So no, I think, if you buy people gifts throughout the year, if you think about it, if you want to, and then there shouldn't be so much pressure this time of year to do so much.
I mean, I do give gifts throughout the year. I don't just wait until Christmas.
I think it's nice, but I don't think, you should have to buy someone a gift. What on earth can I get such and such? And you have to rack your brain. Like I said, buy them something they don't want. I mean, the amount of crap stuff you get is, crazy, isn't it? Might as well keep your money and
it's a booming market for dogs.
It is a booming market for dogs.
That was smooth, wasn't it? Come on, that was smooth.
That was nice. I thought I saw you think, right, get old grumpy Scrooge off this subject now, and let's get on to the hound pound.
But it's big business. I mean, like Next, I don't know if I haven't actually looked. I should have looked to see if they've got them this year. But last year you can get matching Christmas jumpers for you, your husband, your child, and for your dog, which I think is really cute. But at the same time, I think it's an absolute.
No, it does look cute on a Christmas card. It's a lot. Do you buy your dogs Christmas gifts?
Yes. Straight in there, no hesitation. I also buy a Christmas gift for my friend's dog. Not your dogs, but from my proper friends.
Your proper friends' dogs, not just your podcast friend.
Yeah, not you. No, I send my friend Jill. We've always sometimes it's just like a package of dog treats.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's when we moved to New Zealand, because we couldn't take like the dog toys with us. I wrapped up Bart's toys and sent them down to the New Forest for Bart's sister to enjoy.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know. So yeah, I get the dogs a special toy. That's last year's toy.
Oh, little Santa head.
Without squeaky anymore or a pom-pom on his.
What'd you do? Cut that squeaky out, or did they do that?
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, squeaky's definitely gone. So I just get them like a little toy, and that's it. I just
you wrap it up.
Yes. Yeah. You knew I was going to say yes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Angus was great. We used to call him Angus the Destroyer. He would get ripping the presents and
Oh,
yeah. So there's the only time we'll let them rip paper up and
yeah. Oh, I feel bad now.
paper on the floor for them and yeah.
Well, that's nice.
No,
I do like.
I do get them a little present. But I don't buy them any of that crap. None of that crappy
No.
rawhide stuff.
Oh, that's awful. No.
Disgusting. It'll just clog their intestines or give them a blockage. And so I don't do any of that nonsense. I just get them a little toy.
Yeah, that's sweet. I do like it when
I don't buy them
people
toys any other time of the year, you see. I just get them a toy at Christmas and then that has to last.
Oh, does it? 12 months. You've
Oh,
got that
yeah.
12 months. Keep that squeaker in for 12 months. Don't ruin it on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I like it when other people buy my dogs gifts, but I don't.
Is that a hint? Have I got to send 3
take
Rottweiler toys this year?
Take it how you want it. No, I do. Sometimes my parents will buy the dogs gifts and wrap them up, obviously, and that's nice. Then they've got presents to open, haven't they? But I don't. I have enough trouble buying gifts for everybody else, let alone adding another few on the list. Yeah. Well, I don't buy gifts for my parents, let alone let alone the dogs.
I haven't got any parents.
No.
Don't have to worry about it, do I?
No, you don't have to. No, not that. No, but you've got kids.
Kid. Singular, thank you very much.
Well, you've got kids now, haven't you? He's married. Is he married?
No.
No, I just
thought Callum, you've been marrying them off. No, but he is living with a really nice girl.
Are they engaged? No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, okay, well, yeah. No, maybe you haven't got kids yet then.
No, he doesn't want any.
No, he doesn't want kids.
No.
To be honest with you, I mean, what a world to bring children into. You know what I mean?
You're so grumpy. It's nearly Christmas.
I know, well, it's that time of year. I mean, it's dark, constantly dark, isn't it? I mean, it's light for about 3 hours a day. The rest of the time it's dark. Wake up in the dark, go to bed in the dark, get home in the dark, you know. Doesn't do much.
You have got a dog called Huga.
I have.
How can you be possibly whinging about the winter when you've got a dog called Huga?
I know, I do try and do a little bit of Huga kind of stuff with blankets and, you know, candles and lights and all that stuff. I don't mind the winter. I don't mind elements of the winter. Quite like getting cozy, don't you? And sort of settled in the evening, but it's just, you know, going out that's the problem.
It's the muddy dog walks, isn't it? It's the mud that gets me, and the driving rain and cold and
yeah, the frosty mornings and stuff are nice, aren't they? The hard ground and the
beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. It can be a really pretty time of the year, and you can have lots of nice days where you get clean dogs.
You can. So going back to dogs again, I'm going to keep pulling you back from being Scroogey and grumpy, and the Grinch. Should call you the Grinch.
Yeah,
we're back just before Christmas. You need to get a Grinch jumper because we'll be doing Christmas jumpers
next
you need
time.
A Grinch jumper. That would suit you.
It would. It would. So what are you doing anyway to prepare your dogs for Christmas? Do you do anything to prepare your dogs, or?
No, I don't actually, because the dogs know that when we settle down and eat, they are on the bed. So if we've got anybody around, they're on the bed, but they're not allowed in the sitting room. It's pretty black and white for us. So if we have people around, then they are either in the office in here. If we're in the kitchen, I've got like a barn door in the kitchen. Did I say dog? Every time I say dog, Dante gets up. We've got a barn door in the kitchen. So if we're in the kitchen, we've got like a kitchen diner. If we're at the dining table, then I just shut the barn door and they're not allowed into the kitchen at all when we're eating.
Yeah.
When it's all done, they can come in and say hello. I've got a big dog bed in the kitchen as well, so they can come in and lie on their bed. So I think if I didn't have them trained where they went on the bed on command and stayed on the bed until we released them, then it would be a nightmare.
Yeah, it can be an exciting time. I'm a bit like you, really. I don't really have the dogs involved with people around. I don't. Mm, I, it's just not a thing for
I
me.
don't have the dogs involved, but so
Why
now
is that? Is that because I always think I'm a little bit strange because I just, if I have guests, I don't really want the dogs wandering about all over. If I have guests, we sit and like have a glass of wine or 10 or whatever, and you know what I mean. I just, yeah, the dogs aren't kind of involved in that really.
no,
If you always,
it is funny because I was organising a meet up with Iris because Iris is up in Inverness and
yeah,
she's about 4 hours away, so we'll meet up like 2 hours. And she says, "Oh, we'll meet up." And she says, "Oh yes, we'll get a dog friendly pub for the dogs." And so the dogs are staying in the
oh
car.
no, no
I'm not
thanks.
bringing them in the pub. You know. Oh
No,
no, the dogs can stay in the car. They'll be fine.
no,
They'll be okay. And I think it's just changing your headspace that although the dog's part of your family and a really important part of your family, doesn't mean they have to be in the thick of it all of the time.
no. It wouldn't cross my mind to take. I mean, I've got a few lunches and stuff coming up with various, friends and groups and whatever, and it wouldn't cross my mind to think, oh, I'll take a dog with me. Wouldn't even enter my head, and I definitely wouldn't. I mean, even we've got like working trials. No one takes the dog. Do you know what I mean? Which is
Yeah, no,
not a thing.
no way. But
No.
I think now's a really good time if you've got people coming for Christmas. Now's a really good time to, if you haven't already done it, start having your dog on its own for a
Hmm.
little while you're in the house. So if you're in the kitchen and the dog's normally in the kitchen with you, just shut the door on the dog, not like literally on the dog, but close the door, keep the dog out of the room so
Yeah.
that the dog gets used to hearing you moving around, busy in the kitchen without necessarily being in the thick of it.
Yeah. I mean, we sound awful, don't we? I mean, I adore my dogs, but when I've got, and I always think, I mean, at Christmas time and school holidays and Easter vacations and things like that, the number of dog bites and incidents goes up. Because it's
Massively.
exciting, isn't it? We've got, kids particularly are excited, not quite as excited as I get about Christmas, but kids do get excited. It's all exciting, isn't it? And when we have other people visiting and your dogs are maybe not used to, so many children around or children around at all and things like that, I think everybody often, because of the excitement, gets a bit complacent. Plus, often there's alcohol involved, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? And I think when dogs with people drinking alcohol and kids running about and excitement, I think it does just take a little bit of thinking about rather than just doing what you normally do, I suppose.
Yeah, and when kids get new toys, they get that like, wow, look at this, and you have all of these flashing lights and
Yeah,
noise, and the dogs can get really over the top. But then, if you've got, we're just talking about younger dogs at the moment, but when you've got an older dog, it's really important to protect them as well,
yeah,
because they just can't be bothered. They just, it's like almost like having an old relative round, the kind of eat the dinner, suck on their teeth, and then fall asleep when they're watching
yeah,
telly. And
totally.
the dogs just want the same. They just want to curl up somewhere and have something to curl up, be left alone, and not necessarily have kids running around them and
No,
bumping them. As dogs get older, they're susceptible to like arthritic toes and arthritic hips and stuff, the same as we are.
yeah,
And the last thing an older dog wants is for kids running around and bumping them
no,
and then
running toy
and then
cars
getting
into
in
them.
trouble.
Yeah. No, I do. I mean, if I've had kids come around a couple of years ago for Christmas and like young kids, and I was just like, well, this is where your kids are allowed. This is where my dogs are going to be, and they're different places, and that's how it's going to be for the whole day. Because it's just people get excited, so they're playing games, and charades and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And it's very unusual, it's very strange for the dogs, isn't it, to kind of to see all of that. So some of them get a bit stressed, some get overexcited. And
We
yeah,
always play charades. Charades is my thing at Christmas.
is it?
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it. And me and Callum have got this thing where I can kind of go like that, and he'll go, Jumanji, I'll go, yeah, okay, it's your turn. We just get on the same wavelength, and it's really bad actually, because Kenny and Alice won't stand a chance.
No, just left out completely. I bet they love it. I bet they love how good we're playing
They
charades
do.
after
They
lunch.
do it so, but it's like, up you get Callum, up you get Mum. But if you think like charades, there's a lot of big movement.
Yeah.
Lots of this going on, you do know charades, don't you?
I do know charades. Yeah, I'm not such a fan as you can imagine. But I do know it.
Yeah. So the last thing you want is for people to be getting up and sitting down, getting up and sitting down, and then waving their arms around and
and they got the Christmas hats on, and add a champagne or a brandy or something as well, which doesn't help, does it? So
not really.
No.
And then you knock things over, and the dog gets the brandy, and it gets the Christmas cake, and then that's a big vet bill. And you really are much better off for everybody, for the dog's sake as well. It's just to teach the dog to be okay on its own. Now is a good time to do it. And that way they're not getting stressed, you're not getting stressed, you're not feeling guilty because the dog's used to it.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly. I mean, for my dogs, Christmas Day, mind you, I won't be here, I'll go out, but Christmas Day would be no different to any other day. We get up early, go out, have a great walk, lovely walk, come home, chill out. In the evening, they'll have their dinner, probably with the addition of some Brussels sprouts and some parsnips and gravy and whatever else is left over from Christmas lunch. They get that on top of their raw food once or twice a year. So they have their little Christmas dinner and stuff. Just don't get gifts to open very often.
Whereas mine don't get any Christmas dinner because I don't want to going through them.
I don't touch wood. I don't have too much of a problem with that. They always have. Yeah. If I've got like a roast or anything like that, I bring things home from restaurants, don't you?
No.
I'm like, if people have got stuff on their plate, I'm like, you're going to eat that bit of chicken? Put it in its serviette.
I mean, the thing is, I don't give them any leftover veg because I don't normally have any. And I love cold veg with a bit of salt on.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I could have a cold veg sandwich.
I've not had a cold veg sandwich, but I prefer on a lunchtime I'll have leftovers, so the dogs don't really get a chance.
Oh, do you? No, I tend to give it to the dog roast potatoes or whatever, whatever's there.
Oh man, if you got roasts, you should squash them down with the back of your spoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little bit of salt on them, spray them with oil, and put them back in the oven. They're delicious.
Oh, really? Back in the oven? Do you ever make bubble and squeak?
Yeah.
Do you? I haven't made that for you. I love that.
But those roasts, if you do them like that, they're amazing.
Okay. You're supposed to double cook things like that.
They're fine. I don't say that if you...
Look at me, I'm all right.
I'm okay. But if you had like cold baked potatoes are really good for your microbiome. Cold baked microbiome and
cold baked potatoes, like jacket potatoes.
Cold jacket potatoes are really good for your microbiome, and cold pasta is very good for your microbiome.
How bizarre! I just had some cold pasta for lunch. Pesto and pine nut.
They're really, really good for your gut.
Oh, that's cool. Must be good for the dog's gut then, no?
I would assume so, although dogs generally don't eat wheat.
No.
But yeah,
is it starch or something? Why is it so good? Do you know?
It's a starch. It becomes a resistant starch. And it's just you don't have it very often, and so the little bacteria in you go, yeah, give it to me. They really
I could do.
Really
I quite like cold potato and stuff like that. Easy, I could do
cold
that.
Potato. Yeah, I love cold roasts, a bit of salt on them, and cold broccoli and cauliflower and carrots.
I like the cold broccoli and cauliflower and stuff, but I don't cold roast potatoes. They go a bit sort of hard.
When you don't, so just squash the top down, put them back in the oven.
Nice. What about the air fryer? I'll stick them in the air fryer.
I keep forgetting about the air fryer. Have you got an air fryer?
Yeah, I've got an air fryer. I never use my oven.
Do you not?
Never use the air fryer.
I keep forgetting about the air fryer.
Everything goes in the air fryer. It's amazing.
Like what?
Everything goes in the air fryer.
Everything.
Everything, roast potatoes, halloumi, anything that you want to cook. Why are you pulling the face? The air fryer or the halloumi?
Halloumi.
I love halloumi. Don't you like halloumi?
No.
Oh my God, it's lovely. I'll slice it up, stick it in the air fryer. Amazing.
Haven't really caught on with the air fryer yet.
No.
I need to.
Yeah, you need to have a look at it. I saw a meme the other day. It said, 1 minute you're young and fun, the next minute you're into air fryers. Which is about true. No, they're amazing. Yeah, very cool.
Have you done dog treats in it?
I haven't done dog treats in it, but you can do no, I do all sorts of things like stuffed chicken and yeah, you can do all sorts in it.
Which one have you got?
Ninja.
Which one?
Don't know.
Has it got 2 drawers?
2 drawers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Yeah. No, since I've had it, literally I don't, and everything's like just takes half the time. Like stick it in 10 minutes, done.
I'll have to do it. You'll have to give me some recipes.
Well, there's loads. You get a book with it, and also literally just Google, and there's loads of stuff that comes up. And there's loads of things that pop up on your TikTok and all that now with try this, do it like this. You can make cakes and everything.
I know one of my sisters does cakes and hers.
Yeah. Talking about food, what should we be careful of around this time of year leading up to Christmas about dogs and food and stuff? You mentioned about those hideous rawhide things that people buy as a gift.
But these are not good to have around dogs. Not earrings.
Christmas puddings. Nor Christmas cakes.
No Christmas cakes, no Christmas puddings.
I mean, the things that are toxic for dogs really are kind of quite abundant at Christmas, aren't they? Like chocolate, nuts, and not nuts, fruits. Like in fruit cake, things like that. And there's a lot of that around, isn't there? Like people have chocolate dangling on the tree, don't they? Things like that you need to be mindful of, and selection boxes wrapped up under the tree. All of those things just need to be careful, really, because it's not unknown for a dog to go and investigate under the Christmas tree, is it, and open a present that's not for them,
and then you end up in the vets. And the other thing is watch out for your guests' handbags. Okay, so that's something else that can cause issues at Christmas. So if your friends come round and they put the handbag on the floor, and in their handbag they happen to have chocolate,
a bunch of grapes.
No, I was thinking of medicine actually. So if you've got somebody with a handbag, they could have contraceptive pills in there. That's serious stuff for dogs. Ibuprofen, paracetamol, all of any over-the-counter drugs. If the dog has a good snuffle around in the handbag, the last thing we want is for the dogs to get 28 days of contraceptive pills plus 16 ibuprofen, damn them. So the things that it's everywhere on social media at the minute. Watch out for like xylitol. Watch out for raisins, grapes. But then there's the other side of it, as you've just said. Christmas presents wrapped up under the tree. Your friends bring Christmas presents around for the kids, and there's chocolates off for you, a box of chocolates, box of Ferrero Rocher under there wrapped up, yum. But the dogs could have them. But then there's the hidden dangers that you tend not to think about, which is friends putting handbags down, you walking out of the room, and you come back and your dog's been poisoned. No,
and it doesn't take long, does it? I mean, literally, obviously, it doesn't take seconds for your dog to consume something that it shouldn't be having. And you don't really want, you don't want your dog to be ill, and you don't want to be going to your out of hours vets either, do you? To ruining your festive season.
If you are going to stay with friends as well, then make sure your dog's crate trained before you go, so that if you are staying over, you can put the crate in the corner, put a blanket over it, leave the front open so it's a bit of a den, and then your dog will settle better away from home. But then the other thing is, if you are going to stay with friends and they haven't got dogs, then make sure you find where the closest vet is.
Yeah.
Just just in case you need to find a vet.
I think most of the time
you won't be able to think if anything happens with your dog.
I think most of the time now it's Vets Now, isn't it? In most areas, the kind of Vets Now is the local out of hours. Where it is here, yeah. Your out of hours kind of vet, but yeah, I think that's a great point about the crate, because even if you are going, I mean, often if you go and stay with friends or something with your dog, there's a possibility that you might go out for drinks or something and leave the dog there. And actually, if you've got the crate, the dog's used to with its bed and everything else, it's crate trained, you've got your safe place, then it just means you can go out and not have to worry about what the dog's getting up to in the house, isn't it? You can keep your dog safe.
Yeah. Keep everything safe. And even if they've got a dog, you know, people go, I'm going to go and stay with my friend, they've got a dog, and I'm taking my dog. Still create your dog. Still don't leave your dog loose in the house with a strange dog, because you don't know what can happen when you're out. There could be a bit of argy-bargy, there could be, you just don't know. You're not
there, are you?
The other dog could take exception to your dog being in the house when nobody else was there to keep it right. So I would even though you think, oh, it's lovely, then look, they're lying on the bed together while you're there. When you go out the door, it'll be a completely different situation. So
you've been here, haven't you, with your dogs? You've been here with your dogs, and we've been out, and you've put your dogs in a crate in the hallway or whatever, and then
not left them loose in your house. I've always crated them when we've went out.
Yeah, there's no reason not to, is there?
No, the crate trained, safest place for them. Yeah,
totally. Yeah. And you don't want to come back to find that your dog has been scratching at somebody else's door frame. Or...
no, I know. You go out for the night with your mates and you come back and there's like £5,000 worth of damage to their brand new kitchen.
Just
let's not do that.
No, keeps it much safer all round.
It does, and then likewise, it's also keeping your dog safe, you know, for when the festivities. So if you're in a strange place and there's lots of dogs hooning around, you hear it quite well. Oh yeah, I'm going to stay with my mate. We're going like with my friends to stay in a big house over Christmas. We're all taking dogs.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like one of my worst nightmares, really.
Yeah. No, it's a night. It sounds like a nightmare. Well, I suppose it depends on your friends. It depends on the dogs, but there's lots of.
It depends on your friends and your friends' dogs as well. But you know, get the beer flowing, get the wine flowing, get the Christmas cakes out. Handful of dogs hooning around.
No, and I mean alcohol as well. You know, people leave their, you know, while you're playing charades, you've got your pint of beer on the floor or whatever, haven't you? And of course, that's, you know, a hazard for dogs as well. So
very much so.
It's just thinking ahead, isn't it, and being prepared, which of course a lot of people, I don't think, possibly the dog is the last thing on their mind, getting ready, you know, gearing up for the festivities and making sure everybody's got a gift and have we got enough food and did we buy crackers for the table. I think the you know, investing some time in training your dog or getting your dog used to periods of time alone and stuff now is not on everybody's to-do list.
Time well spent. And can I just, you know this, I'm sure I've told you about this story before, when you go to visit your friends, whether it's Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, okay, and you've got a bit of travelling to do, your dog's going to be a little bit unsettled, so make sure, don't go straight in your friend's house, take them for a walk first, let them empty their tanks, both tanks.
Yeah.
So I told you the story about Bart. Did I tell the story about Bart?
I think so.
We went up to stay with my friends. We went up the Bills in, so we were in Worthing and he was in Sevenoaks. And we went up and it was a couple of hours drive. And we got there and it was like, they had a black lab. We had I think Bart was about 7-month-old at the time.
I thought you were going to say, I think Bart was a black lab.
No, they had a lovely little black lab bitch. Bart was about 7 months. And we turned up and everything was lovely. And it's like, oh yeah, this is really great to see you. What can I do? What can I do to help the kitchen? As they do Boxing Day, what can I do to help? You know. Yeah. And I turned home. Bart was having a crap, and then you come.
Oh my God, that's
was awful. It was like I'm blushing just thinking about
it. Hideous. No, cringe.
It was awful. Boxing Day. He found a gap between the two armchairs and
Oh my
watered.
God.
And I was horrified.
That's horrendous, isn't it?
It was.
Did you not just get back in the car and go home?
I
That's
wanted to.
awful.
I
Awful.
wanted to. I was just so. It's like, oh my God, could you not have done in the kitchen? You know, if anywhere.
Yeah. Garden would have been preferable, but not on the new carpet. Oh no, that's
It was
awful.
awful. Oh God, it was awful. So
What did they say? Oh, don't worry about it. I bet they
Yeah.
were thinking, "Jeez, don't worry about
and
it.
don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
fine."
oh my God, can we just?
Did you get invited back ever?
Yeah. We were good mates.
Oh God.
Yeah,
No, I'd been
no,
like,
it was
don't
a bit
invite
like,
them and that bloody dog
was it
again.
Ziggy who weed in your kitchen?
He weed, did a little weed, didn't he? When he came, he must have come in the summer or whatever, and the back doors were
It was when
open.
we went to go for the masters. We went for graduation.
Yeah, we were stood by the door when we were going out in the garden. Anyway, he did like a little wee in the lounge or family room, didn't he?
It was in
And
the
you-
family room because you had
said-
like flagstones down, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's the same floor inside and outside, isn't it? And you said, I know why he's done that because it's the same floor.
It's the same as the outside.
But often, I mean, to be honest, dogs do, don't they? I mean, I was in the hotel a couple of months. Well, it was with Roke actually, who I don't have any longer. But went into a hotel room, and I put him in the room, and then went back to the car to get something or whatever, maybe another dog, or I don't know what I was doing. Went back in, he'd weed up, he cocked his leg up the bed. Obviously, there was a smell of another dog or whatever, or just because he wanted. Yeah, cocked his leg. And I saw, yeah, I looked at that. And oops.
Yeah, no, I mean he didn't territory mark. Bart didn't territory mark. It was the jiggling in the car for a couple of hours. It just got everything moving, and I was, you know what it's like. You know, we turned up, we had Christmas presents for our friends, so we went in, we were putting the Christmas presents under the tree,
all excited,
and then I went out to help Sue in the kitchen, and let me sort out cupboards and blah blah blah. And I turned and it was like, oh my God, my dog's sitting in between your two beautiful armchairs, crapping on your brand new carpet.
Who cleaned it up? You?
Yeah, of course. Of course I cleaned it up. I got the poo bags out and it's like I was scrubbing the floor and we'll get it cleaned for you. But it was and I'd only met Sue a couple of times. It was Bill who was my mate. Bill was my kinesiologist friend. We went through instructor training together. So
did they have a dog?
Oh, sorry?
Did they have a dog? Oh, you said the black Labrador. Yeah.
Pitch.
Oh, yeah. I suppose that's not so bad.
So take note. It's not just like if you've got Christmas at home and you've got people coming to you. If you're going to somebody else's house, really prepare your dogs for it as well. Crate training, great. But I did take my crate. That was my only saving grace. I took the crate and he stayed in the crate overnight, but I just wasn't quick enough getting him out to the toilet when we arrived. So
no, festivities take over, don't they?
Yeah, there's nothing we could do, you know.
Well, you could have gone for a walk before you went.
I could have gone for a walk before we went in the house, but I didn't.
I think another important...
There was no point in doing anything when he started squatting because he would have just taken it out of the house.
Well, you can't... No, you don't want it spread, do you? No. I think perhaps something else important is to not forget, the dogs, their general kind of needs. And although I'm not a fan of like walking dogs at the same time, feeding dogs at the same time every day and all the rest of it. I know a lot of people do. And I think perhaps, it's being mindful of their routines, isn't it? And making sure that you're still fulfilling what the dog needs. So, exercise, feeding at the appropriate time and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Not forgetting about them because you've got a Bucks Fizz in your hand.
No. But it is, there'll be loads of things on social media between now and Christmas. And we'll become blind to them because they'll be everywhere, it's like, don't feed your dog this, watch that. I share a lot of stuff as well, but I think it's the other things that we've talked about today that we forget, like handbags on floor.
Yeah.
Going to visit people, making sure you take your crate with you. If you've got people come and have them bring a crate with them as well.
Yeah. To put the kids in.
Have a really jolly Christmas. The build up. It's the build up as well, isn't it? Because like I make Christmas cakes for my friends.
Yeah.
Don't make one for you.
No. There's a theme here, isn't there?
There is, isn't there? No, Like, well, how many miles away? 400 miles? I don't think I'd be able to get a Christmas cake down here somehow.
No, it's not. It's more than 400 miles, isn't it? It's
Can't remember.
a long way.
It'll be something like that. But I spend time making Christmas cakes, and so I have to be careful then, because I've got, like, in the kitchen cupboard, I've got all the sultanas and the raisins.
Yeah, all the ingredients.
I have to be really careful with them, make sure that the door to that cupboard's shut. My dogs don't open cupboards or go in cupboards or anything. But if you've got a dog that can open cupboards, then you need to be careful of, you know, if you're buying chocolates and putting them away for the kids, make sure that they're safe. So it's probably from last month really that we need to start making sure that we hide the chocolate out of the way, put it up high where the dog can't get it. If we're hiding selection boxes or anything, when you're doing your shopping for your Christmas cakes, get the shopping out of the way. So
you
don't
do, I mean,
forget it.
like you said, there's a lot of hiding stuff, isn't there, prior to Christmas? You know, hiding selection boxes under your bed or whatever, do you know what I mean? To keep them out of the way from, you know, who you bought them
Quite
for.
nice. Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, just being mindful, isn't it, really, and giving it a bit of thought.
And people think people do kind of cotton on for Christmas Day, but it's the build up, it's the preparation, isn't it? So from now, really preparing your dog, preparing yourself, making sure if you're hiding anything, it's out of dog's reach. And, you know, remember, dogs have got phenomenal noses, and while you might think it's hidden, the dog will still smell it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if people buy you those rawhide chews with bright colours and things, just put them straight in the bin.
Put them straight in the bin. They are so bad for your dog, and they just block up the intestines. But the ones with the knots on the end, they're lethal because they can choke the dog.
They're awful. Yeah, throw them away, because dogs, you get, you know, like a stocking. You can get those, can't you? A dog stocking with a load of chemical rubbish in it, you know, disguised as treats. But I mean, it's lovely that obviously that people buy you things and buy your dog things, and I say thank you very much, and then pop it in the bin. I wouldn't even donate it to the local rescue or anything like that, because a lot of just goes in the bin.
Because then you'll kill those dogs instead.
Yeah, exactly. No, it just goes in the bin, sadly. And it's, like I say, it's really sweet that people buy you stuff like that. But
take the toy out, like dismantle it. See what you can get. Like, if sometimes there's ordinary bags of treats which you could then donate to rescue. Take the toy out, but any kind of rawhide, anything with rawhide laces, anything with like the knuckles, you know, the rawhide knuckles, get them in the bin straight away, because the dogs will lie in the back and then they go flying and you can't get hold of them.
No, and I think if there's a toy in there as well, then it needs to be an appropriate size for your dog, and if it's not, then bin that as well, or give that away to someone with a smaller dog, or, you know. This is probably as small as I would go for the labs. Yeah, I wouldn't have anything like that for my dogs. You wouldn't have anything like this? Too small, no. For your dogs, yeah, way too small for your dogs. For my dogs, they're fine. Yeah, no. But I wouldn't go any smaller than that, definitely. Unless it was on a rope, and then you can... I was going to say... You can play with them, it's on a rope, but if it's loose like that... Yeah, no. I tend to play all of my, you know, toy, either have like some kind of tug, like bite bar kind of toy, or a ball or something on a rope, so that you've got something to pull out. Yeah, if it does go a bit wrong, you can pull it out. Yeah. So, well, there we are. There we are, full of good advice and gloom for the festive season coming up. So we're back again just before Christmas, aren't we? Yeah, we are. And I'm sure you'll be already having bought all your gifts, for your dogs included, and I will be just not even thought about buying anything yet. And other than a Grinch Christmas jumper. I might buy what are those things called that you taught me? Oh, gonk. Oh, a gonk. Get yourself a gonk. I quite like the gonk. A t-shirt with a gonk on it. Yeah, I quite like gonks, don't you now? I didn't know what they were until you enlightened me a couple of years ago. Did you not? No, I've never heard of a gonk. Ah, they're great. But yeah, I see them everywhere now. Everyone knows what a gonk is. Yeah, you were just so out of it, out of touch with the kids. I just missed that memo, clearly.
You did. So we're back just before Christmas. Enjoy preparing for the festivities.
Yeah, I'm sure along with the goose, I should be, damn sight fatter the person we get.
Ooh, goose. Are you having goose?
No. They say the goose is getting fat, don't they? Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. No, I'm not having goose.
Please put a penny in the old man's hat.
That's it.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we'll think of something. I've got no idea what we're going to be talking about just before Christmas. Probably just Christmas.
Probably just Christmas, yeah. And the New Year and all that stuff.
And all that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
Maybe we'll find out what your New Year's resolutions are.
What are they?
Don't know.
And do them.
Oh, you do. You write a list in your diary.
They're not resolutions, they're goals.
Okay. Your New Year goals. Excellent.
Okay. Enjoy your December.
Will do. Enjoy your lunch.
Thanks for listening. It's not just gun dogs and not just guard dogs, but all things canine, as we hope you have discovered. Please like, share and subscribe and help us spread a bit of common sense back into dog ownership. And a review wouldn't go amiss either. Catch up with Les and Ross again in about 14 days for more canine conversations. Until next time, stay well and enjoy your dogs. Any dog-related questions or topics, just drop an email to talk@cfba.uk or message us via facebook.com/Gundogs and Guard Dogs podcast.